Hello and welcome back, Josh, Sam and anyone else who's watching, to Lviv and Let Die. I am here. We are going to play Man City because I'm a glutton for punishment. Just so that you know, we played against Govirla in our last game. What's happening here? I was looking at our stats from last season. We played Govirla, we won 4-0. Handanovic got 2, Gonzalez scored from a corner, which of course he did when we weren't watching, and Rosic scored a nice goal at the end there to get his first goal in a few games. So now we're going to play Man City, and then we're going to play Olympic Donetsk, who are pretty poor this season, although you'd argue that considering the rate that the teams down the bottom there pick up points, they're probably safe. Sevastopol, by the way, have actually got a draw out of one of their games as well recently, so they're very much an upturn in form for them. And yeah, basically that's the way things lie. So we're going to play City. We were going to lose, although if we score a win or somehow get through it, then great. That's a bloody miracle. And then we're going to play Olympic Donetsk and hopefully continue our charge towards our second ever Ukrainian Premier League title. So let's crack on. We had a good game. We lost a player. I think we lost Handanovic to injury in the last game. We did. He's out. So that's no good, but we'll just have to sort of get by, I suppose. Blazek isn't able to play, but Nikolov can. We're going to have to keep the team as is, basically. Handanovic can't play, so we're going to play Rosic. And what will we do for our midfield options? Oh, we won't take Špak out. We'll play Fuentes, give him a bit of game time, and we need an extra player. We need a body. Let's put Belan on the bench as well. So that's the team. We'll see if we can get something from this. I suspect we will not, considering that they're going to be at home. Oh, they are starting with... Let's go back. They are starting a... we can't. Lineups. They are starting with a slightly different team. Yakubu, the Australian, who scored against us in the last game, is... Wow, strange career history for him. He is starting instead of coming off the bench. But they do still have Kayao, Morley. So most of their team here are the same. Williams is... he's probably better than our best player, and he's probably their worst player. Finley's not great. They've got a different goalkeeper, I think. An Oldman. Ruth Jones at the back there as well. Ryan Jones, 103 caps for Northern Ireland. And Heybol, a 32-year-old Danishman who's excellent as well. So yeah, even their worst players are better than ours. But they have lost in between these two games, whereas we have had our big... I'm going to tell them to go out and try, rather than just saying good luck, because the thing is, I don't want to be too down on them. So let's see. Lviv. Can we get a goal at Man City? Let's at least score in this round. An away goal might make things tasty if we can get an early one. Can someone chase the ball down? No. Okay. High ball. Giving the ball out there. Ball headed back to Anicic, who's just on the edge of the box there. That is dangerous territory because the referees do send them off for picking the ball up slightly early. Labant puts the ball in the middle. Oh, Garba had to be on his toes to clear that away, dragging it out of the goal line. Luckily for them, I guess, he managed to. Unfortunately for us, he didn't. Although I don't think it would have been a goal. It would have been an own goal, so that's a shame. Would have been a shame that our only goal in this tie would have been an own goal, so let's not bother with that. Kaya goes for the free kick. I wonder to what extent they're actually trying. We'll see. Garba gives it to Williams. Finley, Soto. They play the ball around nicely. They're a lot more talented than us, which will be one of the reasons why they do that. Yakubu. The quality of the Europa League is very much big. Very, very, very much big. Labant, Juric, Fuentes hits the... Oh, and Bakar scores, but I think he must have fouled. Yes, he did. Unfortunate. Juric, Fuentes hits the crossbar. Bakar, they should have let us have that just to put the cat amongst many a pigeon. Many a rich pigeon. Morley to Williams. Gogua clears to Morley. Soto, and there goes the ball out for a throw for Man City. So I don't think we've technically had a shot on target, because I don't think the crossbar one will count as a shot on target. No, we've had no shots on target, but they've also had no shots on target. Fuentes, nice tackle there. Williams, Morley, Mikhailson, Kyle. Oh, come on, get to him a bit. Morley, Soto, Kayo. Sigurdsson hits the ball wide. Unfortunate. Rosic to Finley. Straight away, they are attacking again. Okay, Nikolov up to Rosic, but he's immediately tackled by Williams. The player that I specifically said isn't very good, has the best of our best striker, probably the best striker the club has ever had in its time in existence, and by probably, I mean absolutely, categorically, definitely. I think he's already the top scorer of players that I've had at the club. He's still not quite the club's leading record goal scorer in the league, or overall. But he'll be there if he has one more season with us that's even sort of half as productive as this one. Gonzalez has given away a free kick on the edge of the box there. Looked like I was worried that was going to be a penalty, although it's a bit further out than it looked. Yakubu's surely going to put this away, though. He doesn't. He puts it over. They've been fairly wasteful. I don't think they're quite as on it in this game as they perhaps were in the other game. Jones to Morley. Great tackle from Gonzalez again, but dangerous considering he's on a yellow card. And there we go. Kayo smashes the ball into the net, and what everyone expected to happen has happened. Man City there. Interesting formation. I don't really like that formation. It tends to do well against my 4-4-2s. I remember in the Premier League days with Swindon and with Weston, it's always the teams playing in that formation that sort of do the most damage. Mikhailson puts the ball wide. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded this. It's a bit of a dead rubber. But then again, the prospect of the comeback was just too great. I just wanted it to happen so much. Oh, our passing is appalling. You don't notice it so much in the Ukrainian Premier League, because then the touch of the defender who'd intercepted would have just put it straight back to one of our players. But yeah, against these guys, you don't really get much chance to make mistakes. They will capitalise on them, and there we go again. Kayo. Gogoa clears straight into their technical area, but not actually to one of our players. That's the end of the first half. It's been fairly dull, mostly one-way traffic with the occasional crossbar clattering. I'll tell them there's more to come from them. I want to score a goal, please. But I also don't want to ruin players for the Donetsk game, so we'll hope that we can get through to that one without any issues. Okay, Gonzalez to Nikolov. Gonzalez again to Nikolov again. Out to Juric. Juric hits wide. That's a shame. Would have been fun for the young man to get a goal against Man City at the City of Manchester. Actually, it's not called the City. It's called Podonu Park, isn't it? Soto puts the ball across. Jones. Oh, what? Okay. Just seems like Nikolov and Anicic got in each other's way there. That seemed like it really should have been headed off the line, but must have been perfectly in the top corner. Yeah. Anicic was unable to get there. I'm not sure what Nikolov was doing. And that's 2-0. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. But, I mean, again, it's nothing to be particularly surprised about. Koulibaly to Rosic. Can Rosic prove his quality? No. Garber makes a good save. Big Lasha Gogwa puts the ball in the middle. Gonzalez, and we have got a goal. It's an own goal. Of course it is. Sigurdsson has put that ball into his own net, apparently, although it clearly was a goal from Gonzalez. And we are now 2-1 down. That's a shame, but at least we did get a goal in these trying times. Now then, why not just mess around a little bit? Let's play a couple of younger players. Players that we need for the next round of games in the league, maybe. Just so that we don't knacker them out too much, because we could do with Koulibaly playing, if possible. Gonzalez, Labant slowly meandering past Heilbol and manages to draw a foul from him. Could we get a second? Could we draw this game 2-2? No, we couldn't. Oh, we didn't even get a chance to. That's ridiculous. Anicic up to Rosic. Rosic gets the ball down. Rosic goes past his man. Oh, come on. He's proving that he's got the build-up play right. It's just that last little finish in these big games, anyway, that he's so far lacked. I mean, it's only these two against City. He's played well in pretty much every single game he's played other than that this season. Bellan up to Rosic again, but unfortunately doesn't quite get to him. The defenders have got the running of him. Gonzalez with a sensational tackle. Gonzalez again clears. Soto puts the ball, nicely played across the box, but Mikhailson was unfortunately just lurking offside, and his shot was rubbish anyway. Ali is coming on. Anything interesting going to happen in these last 10 minutes? I suspect not. Soto now with the free kick. Jones with the diving header with a second goal. Where does Jones play? It's number 18. I think he's probably playing right back or something. Centre back. Scored twice against us. That's annoying. A 3-1 defeat at the home of Manchester City in Padonu Park. Probably a fair result. It's a shame that we lost 3-0 at home. If we could have been a little bit more tight, a little bit tighter, and if we could have taken a little bit better some of the chances that we created, just to make it a little bit more respectable. There was no way we were going to win that. But if we could have, 3-2 or 3-1 or just 2-1 would have been a good result there. Well, it shows the golfing class. Yakubu, don't score a fourth, please. That would be unfair. Williams, that would be unfair. I said Ali heads against the crossbar. And that's the game called by the referee. No shame in losing 6-1 on aggregate to Manchester City. They're a very good side, and I would expect them to go through in the next round as well. For God's sake, unlucky boys. To the next round as well. We did okay. We didn't do too badly. We actually did slightly better, I think, in that game than we did against them in our own ground. Nemec, their top scorer, didn't even actually get on the pitch, which I guess is says something. But, what happened with our boys from Nacional de Madeira? Did they not even get through to this round? They get knocked out? Yeah, they went out to Gladbach. Okay, so we were the furthest from our group. Furthest Ukrainian side. We'll take that. Lviv defeat. Yeah, but that's fair enough, I think. Bakur gets himself another ban for Europe. That's fine. Yeah, Miljevic spotted at Padonu Park. And you know what? I will attend. I'll say that they were very good. I'm not too upset. Everyone can be proud. Ryan was very good. One result doesn't change my confidence. I only wish I had a player like him. I don't even really need to see him to know that I wish that. Yep. He's really good. I'd take him. I'd pay £11 million for him. But he won't come to me. Damn him. I mean, he probably won't come to me. He might come to me like a lovely, lovely boy. But he won't. So it doesn't matter. And now on to what's really important, this Olympic Donetsk game. We beat them 3-1 earlier in the season. I was checking earlier on. That was one of the things that I had been doing in the intervening time. We beat them 3-1. It should be a routine game, fairly simple. The problem being that these teams down the bottom are occasionally fighting for their lives a little bit. We're coming up actually on a little run of games which should be quite interesting. Ilichevets is always harder than it looks, despite the fact they're never particularly good. They're always like between sort of 6th and 12th, but they always play pretty well. There's someone out there with his car horn is going absolutely mental. And then we got the Volin game, which will be a big one. But at the moment we are 5 points clear, because I don't know if I mentioned it, but Krivbas lost another game after we. In the round of fixtures where we played Govela, we obviously played the day afterwards. They lost their game the day before to put us under pressure. They couldn't do it, and so now we have a 5-point lead over Krivbas going into the run-in for the season. I think there's only 11 games left. Let's see how we go. What's going on here then? Who would we have gotten? Oh no, it's got to do the quarterfinals first. We would have had Tottenham, so yeah, it would have just been a ridiculous end up to the 3 English sides left in it there. Silly. Swindon are down in 6th, not having a good season at all. Western-super-Mare, I think, are sort of hovering above the relegation zone in the Championship, so how the mighty have fallen. Tinguinia has now returned. We can maybe get him on the pitch and try and make him feel a bit better about himself. Olympic Donetsk, they're 3 draws in a row, 4 in the last 5. They're cash-strapped. Let's see what we can do here. Yep. We're already out of the other competition, so I don't know why you're saying that. I can see why people make us favourites. That's fair enough. Yes. I'm confident. We're used to this sort of situation. The fans have been brilliant. Abdu's outstanding. And he is. He's got 15 goals this season, considering he didn't start a lot of the early games. Not bad at all. He's just not quite up there with Rosic, but then not very many people are up there with Rosic. What a player, what a player, what a player. CSS Fax. One of those classic team names that everyone loves. Now we've got to keep an eye out on Volin's result and on the Krivbas result. Gavela beat Volin. Krivbas did win though, that's a shame. But that's great because Volin have now lost points again. Let's just check what that's done for us. So we're only 2 points clear now, but if we win, we'll again be 5 points clear. Volin have now dropped down to 5th, which is good. We don't get to play. We still have Karpaty to play. So there's every possibility that will be a big game now. But it's good to see that teams around us are knocking points off each other. If Krivbas can lose one more, then I fancy us to do pretty well. And I was wrong about the loss. I think they actually drew in that other round game. Hence we're a weird number of points above them rather than 3 or 6. Anyway, the important game is coming up now. Olympic Donetsk versus FC Lviv. Futbolny Klub Lviv. Away at Olympic Donetsk. We've had a lot of away games recently. We can do this. Rosic on 20 goals for the season already. Excuse me. Defenders now then. Big Mick is coming back into fitness. Our centre-backs and everything are looking pretty good. We're going to take St. Bernal out and put Fabry there on the bench. Gogua is fine because we actually don't have another league game for over a week now, so we actually can play everybody we want to play. Bakur is going to come out because Papolidis did play really well in the last game, so he's going to come in. We'll put Bakur on the bench instead of Belen. What have we got? Have we got any attackers up here? So we'll put in Danovic is still injured. Rosic and Koulibaly can start. And otherwise, and Twumasi can start on the left there. And I think that's a pretty good side. That's a pretty solid side for a Ukrainian Premier League match. It's not really much stronger we could play. Possibly with the exception of having two of our best centre-back in the team. But other than that, I feel like we are a decent enough side and we should be able to put away Olympic Donetsk pretty easily here. So early on, free kick. Barshan heads over the bar. Of course he does. You saw, you will have seen, he scored a bunch of... had a load of chances in one of the... Was it against... Who was it against that he headed over? I think it was against Man City, wasn't it? In the home leg, he just headed the ball over constantly. Novikovas hits the ball wide. They've had a chance early doors as well, so it's not going to be all our own way. That's fine, as long as some of it goes our own way, and the bit that goes our own way are the goals. Then that's no problem at all. Gitsadze, off the bum of Barshan. Gitsadze, Barshan, get it out of there, please. Thank you, lads. 3 of them come together to clear it, but only as far as their midfielder, although Nikolov now gets the ball and tries to clear, although it does go out for a throw. That's fine. Are we going to make a chance? We're going to have a chance to make? We are. Gonzalez now to Gogua. Gonzalez to Juric. Not sure why Gonzalez is taking so many of those. Rosic has been put through, but he was offside. I think he was quite clearly offside. But a nice turn and finish from him. Hopefully that will be a portent of things to come. Gogua puts the ball in the middle. Barshan at the back doesn't manage to win it in the air. Marchenko is chasing out. Fuentes hits the bar again. He did that in the Man City game. He also hit the bar in the first Braga game as well, I think, as well as scoring. Novikovas doesn't quite get there, but they have still got the throw just by the halfway line. Nikolov now to Fuentes. Fuentes to Nikolov. Oh, they're playing pretty well. Olympic, they're not doing as badly as you'd think. Oh, they are playing with 5 men in midfield, though. That does tend to blunt us a little bit. Tuamasi. Although I don't want to... Koulibaly. Oh, come on, mate. I was just going to say I don't want to jinx it, but usually when we score against a team like this, we tend to then score a few because they have to suddenly start chasing it. Koulibaly to Fuentes. Fuentes to Rosic. Rosic turns. Rosic shoots. Ivanov saves. Straight down the keeper's throat. He couldn't really ask for an easier save. Hopefully the second half will be an improvement. I completely agree with you. Let's go. I'm far from pleased. And then calmly say, you weren't that bad. Try and push this through. You weren't that bad. The goalkeeper's playing nervously. You weren't that bad. Rosic is uninterested. Koulibaly is nervous. So it's an interesting combination of strikers. One completely chilled and uninterested and arrogant, and one of them nervous. Juric to Gogua to Tuamasi. Fuentes, lovely ball to Koulibaly. Can Koulibaly put it in? He does, but Diwali manages to clear. Gogua now to Juric. Tuamasi puts the ball into Koulibaly again, but Ivanov saves. 53 minutes gone, 56, 58, 60 minutes. Romanov is coming off. Okay, what happened there? Okay, let's go. Karasi on for Rosic, who's not playing well, and I don't like when players don't play well. We'll do that as well, and we'll have... and we'll do that. We'll just do those two and see what we can do. Maybe that will make a difference for us. Rosic and Bakur on the pitch. 75 minutes gone. 78. Oh, God's sake. Ivanov. Gonzalez up to Jagania. Barsan. Oh, keep going, boy. That's it. Nikolov. Gogua. Come on, work it nicely. There we go. Karasi. Can he get the cross? No, it's a corner. I'm not going to change it now. Oh, I will. I'm going to take off Fuentes and I'm going to put on Špak. Okay, Gogua puts the ball in. Barsan at the back is beaten in the air by Pavlov and his dog. Nikolov. Okay, Gonzalez now. Come on, mate. Come on, boys. Bakur! Ah, it's a great save from Ivanov. Let's go overload and try and nick a winner here. Gogua puts the ball in. Oh, Romanov just manages to take it off the feet of the man. Gogua might have been offside, and the game is calling it offside. I would say that was borderline at best. That's annoying. Making the tactical changes now. We're going overload. Špak to Nikolov. Gabelia had an early shot. Gogua! Oh, Ivanov tips it just wide. That is unfortunate. And Olympic Donetsk have played a very good game here, but can we nick it right at the death? No, it doesn't look like we can do. Karasi tries to chip it through to Bakur. Bakur keeps it in. Nikolov puts the ball in the middle. Jagania heads clear. We have another throw. That is a throw-in, that's correct. Gonzalez. Ball into Koulibaly. Heads it across the box, but nobody's there. Why are you not in that bit attacking the ball? Come on. Ivanov taking his time over the goal kick. Big kick up. Karasi gets the ball, and he has been fouled by Gabelia. We have a minute and a half left of the game. Špak is going to take the free kick. Puts out to Koulibaly. Doesn't get there. Gogua wins the ball, but Varlamov tackles him. Juric to Tuamasi. Tuamasi. The first touch of some of the players in this team is appalling. Nikolov is fouled by Romanov. Halili, in fact, is injured, but he's staying on the pitch for this last few seconds. Gogua puts the ball out to Nikolov. The ball, it's a corner. Nearly went in for an own goal there. Gogua puts the ball in. Juric at the back post. He's beaten in the air by Halili. Tuamasi, don't go all the way back to the keeper. He does. Anicic, ball to Gonzalez. Gonzalez to Barsan. Big ball back to Barsan. Jagania hauls him back there. I mean, that's a yellow card at the very least. Could we go wide and then try and cross it in? We do. Juric puts the ball in, but Ivanov, it's straight to Ivanov. His kick goes, and we have drawn 0-0 at Olympic Donetsk. Not a great result at all, but we are still 3 points clear at the top of the league, and we'll still take that. We've got a lot more goal difference, and then we're fine. They didn't really challenge us. We had the 4 shots. It's a shame that Rosic wasn't looking too good with that. But there we go, I suppose. Lots of players now called up for international duty. That's what the length of the little break between our 2 fixtures is, I assume. We'll come back for maybe those 2 games because they'll be a fun pair of games to play. Volin is an important one. Karpaty is always fun. So we'll do that. I'll play the next 3 on my own and we'll know a little bit closer as to where the league is going to go in the meantime. So see you in the next one, guys. Bye.